You keep choosing different people, but somehow you always end up in the same pain. Different face, same story. And deep down, you're starting to wonder if the problem is you. And here's the hardest truth I'm going to say today. In a way, it is, but not because you're broken, not because you're weak. Because something inside you was taught a long time ago that this is what love feels like. Think about the first people who were supposed to love you, the way they showed up, or didn't, the way they made you feel safe, or didn't. Your nervous system was taking notes on all of it, and it built a map of what love looks like, what it feels like, what it costs. And now, years later, your body's following that map without telling your mind where it's going. That's why toxic people feel familiar, not because they're good for you, because they feel like home. And that's one of the most painful things a human being can experience. Craving something that hurts you because it's the only version of love you learned. You walk into a room and you're drawn to the person who's a little distant, a little hard to read. The one who gives you just enough to keep you hoping, but never enough to make you feel truly secure, and you tell yourself it's chemistry, you call it a spark, but what you're actually feeling is recognition. Your nervous system whispering, I know this feeling, I know how to survive this. The person who is kind, available, consistent, they feel boring to you, not because they are boring. Because your body doesn't know what to do with peace. It hasn't been trained for it. It's waiting for the other shoe to drop. It's scanning for danger because that's what it grew up doing. This isn't a character flaw. This is a wound that learned to walk around and call itself a personality. And here's what makes it worse. You're not just attracted to these people. You accept things from them that you would never accept from anyone else. You shrink yourself. You apologize for things that aren't your fault. You work harder to earn love from someone who withholds it than you've ever worked for anything in your life. Because somewhere inside you, there's still that child who believed that if they could just be good enough, quiet enough, perfect enough, they would finally be chosen. You're not chasing toxic people. You're chasing the resolution to an old story that never got its ending. So what do you do with all of this? You stop trying to fix it with willpower. You can't think your way out of a pattern that lives in your body. Telling yourself to just choose better people doesn't work if your nervous system still equates anxiety with love and calm with emptiness. The work is deeper than that. You start by getting honest, brutally, uncomfortably honest. Not about the people who hurt you, about what you learned to tolerate, what you learned to call love, what you keep accepting because it feels like the most love you deserve. You grieve it. That's the part nobody tells you about. You have to grieve the childhood you deserved and didn't get. You have to grieve the version of love you were owed before you were old enough to know it was being withheld. That grief is not weakness. That grief is the beginning of everything. And then, slowly, not all at once, not perfectly, you start to practice something radical. You let someone be kind to you without waiting for it to fall apart. You sit with the discomfort of being seen instead of running. You notice when your body wants to chase chaos and you pause. Just pause. You won't get it right every time. You'll fall back into old patterns and feel like you failed. But you haven't failed. You've just found where the real work is. Breaking this cycle doesn't mean you become someone who never gets hurt again. It means you become someone who finally understands that love is not supposed to feel like holding your breath. It is not supposed to feel like earning your place. It is not supposed to leave you emptier than when it found you. You are not cursed. You are not unlovable. You were just handed a broken map and told it was the only one that existed. You're allowed to draw a new one. And somewhere out there is a version of your life where love feels like rest. Not rescue, not survival, not relief, just rest. You deserve to know what that feels like, and you will.